Hello wildflowers, and welcome to winter in the Southern Hemisphere, when the nights are long and the creatures of earth curl up in hibernation. It is a time of rest and reflection, profound revelations, soul healing, and deep transformation. Leafless trees clutch at cloudy skies, mesmerizing bonfires crackle and pop, and stars glitter on crystal clear nights. For this episode, I was inspired to share 10 secrets to an enchanted winter. So first, let's snuggle up in our woolen cloak and scarf and set off into the wild for some wondrous winter wandering. It is no wonder so many folk tales are set in the snow, a magical winter wonderland where the landscape takes on a sparse beauty, otherworldly and utterly transformed. In the depths of winter, nature's divine intelligence is at work. While all seems dead and frozen upon the surface, the energy that lies beneath is already making plans and creating blueprints, carefully calculating light and temperature, waiting for the perfect moment to activate, to flourish anew. The changes that take place in winter are alchemical, an enchantment, and a metaphor for things moving in the unseen. I like to look for signs of life in the forest, little reminders of the heartbeat of nature and the way in which energy is always transmuting. Birds are making their winter preparations, and the banksia and bottlebrush husks are falling to the ground, their seeds scattered long ago, now alchemizing in the damp soil and leaf litter of the forest floor. On my winter wanderings, I like to collect a few enchanted items such as these, placing them on my altar or sketching them in my nature journal, planting seeds of my own deep down in the darkness. Winter is the perfect time for quiet reflection. Just as the goddess Candlelight strips away the withered leaves so new life can grow, we too can let go of the past, taking only the wisdom with us into the coming dawn. Magical things can happen in the womb of winter. When you focus your energy on new beginnings, miracles occur. Perhaps my favourite thing about winter is the magic of candlelight. I love the rosy, romantic glow that candles cast upon everything as they flicker and wave. The quintessential symbol of Yule and the divine light, I love to light them in the dark early hours of the morning, illuminating my kitchen as I make a cosy breakfast, snuggled up in a fluffy dressing gown and slippers. My next little secret to an enchanted winter is to escape into fantasy realms. The chilly days are perfect for catching up on all those stories I miss on summer days with so much to do in the garden. So it's a time for fairy tales, folk tales, and epic adventures, or catching up on some higher learning for my witchy book club over on Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to join us. I'll bet the astrology girlies out there already guessed that this Taurian fairy would be including warming elixirs on her list of ways to make winter more enchanted. There's nothing quite like a hot cup of sweet and sexy love potion on a cold, rainy day. Cacao is, after all, one of nature's greatest aphrodisiacs and stimulates all kinds of happy brain chemicals. So, when I just can't get enough sunshine, Aphrodite's Rose Tonic blend by Grown Botanicals is the next best thing. But a word of warning, little wildflowers. If you want to sprinkle rose petals and cacao nibs on top, it's going to get stuck to your teeth. It's quite a sexy look. Next up is Divination, a way to glean a little insight into the coming season and understand what has come to pass, what action is called for in the present, and what the near future holds. The snow card, for example, heralds the wonderful possibility of a fresh start. As the winter sun dances across the frosty ground, you can feel the whispers of spring in the air. A new dawn breaks. You are almost there, dear child, and oh, what miracles await. Midwinter is also the season for simmering spices, bubbling away on the stovetop, casting a spell of cozy enchantment upon your home. You can use citrus, spices, herbs, and other woodsy things that you foraged on your forest adventures, and the gently rising steam will carry little droplets of magical plant oils into the atmosphere. It's like a warm hug for your body, mind, and soul. Number 8 on my list is Enchanted Baking, getting creative in the kitchen and celebrating the solstice with something sweet, wintry and whimsical. So this year I decided to make a gingerbread cake with cream cheese frosting and let my inner child have fun creating a fantasy snowy forest scene on top. As always, you can find all the recipes I share on this channel over on Patreon, so check out the description box below for a link. I like to make up pretty illustrated printables for my patrons so that you can keep all your recipes in a folder or glue them into your journals or Green Witch grimoires. It's just a little way to say thank you for supporting my art, and I really hope you love them. I put on a magical Yule themed playlist, and as the scent of cinnamon and ginger and nutmeg filled the kitchen, I just enjoyed myself making a huge mess. I think I've shared before that cooking is one of my love languages, and it's not so much about making it perfect, but about having fun with it. And of course, that ecstatic moment when your taste buds pop and you think, oh yeah. I couldn't stop eating the cake batter and sneaking cheeky spoonfuls of the icing. I had so much fun making white chocolate Christmas trees that I kind of made an entire forest. But my little inner crafty kid was so happy. If you do try your hand at this cake, I would love to see photos shared on our Discord server too, because it is not only fun to decorate, but insanely delicious. I would love to see what magical woodland creatures you choose for your white chocolate forest. I would have loved to find an Aussie animal, but after searching high and low, settled on this little cutie, who seemed rather pleased to be covered in icing, don't you think? This winter, I am deeply honoured to be able to share one of my very special gifts of light, combining my love of fantasy art with my gift of clairvoyance. I am thrilled to have 3 different spirit paintings booked in over the next few months, and so this is how I will be spending my winter days, snuggled up in my art studio, making magic with a paintbrush and pencil. For these mystical artworks, I first make a connection in the astral realm, or perhaps you might call it the quantum field or the Akashic records, in a meditation or a channeling state of consciousness. Even after all these years, it still takes my breath away when I hear that what I've seen in a reading is so accurate. For this one that I'm working on now, I saw the most beautiful Australian landscape of rolling hills covered in wildflowers, gum trees and a lavender sky. I also saw a rabbit that was both real and also appeared to me as a stuffed toy. And after the reading, the girl shared with me photos of the view from her home, and sure enough, there was the valley and the lavender skies. She also shared that her father had gifted her a stuffed rabbit on the day she was born, and it became a treasured childhood memory that reminded her also of the Velveteen Rabbit, a story that really touched her soul, and she now reads to her own 2 daughters every night. I felt called to use a technique I've only used once before, painting light onto dark in some places. It's highly intricate and time-consuming, requiring tiny brushes and many layers of paint, and there's no lines. Completely intuitive, I let spirit move my hands, and a sea of perfectly imperfect wildflowers appears. Finally, in the etheric crucible of winter, I love to quiet my mind and tune in to the frequency of angelic whispers. Some see angels as fairies, or believe they are divine, interdimensional, or even extraterrestrial beings. Whatever you believe, if you can slip into the stillness and let your intuition guide you, you may find revelation in your winter days. For me, I see angels by the sea, appearing as pure light, piercing through the clouds and dancing across the ocean. I can hear them sing with my heart, and each winter feel their divine presence at work in my life. You may recall that on Samhain I vowed to step out of the deep dark forest and into the light once more, and it just so happens the angels heard my prayer. I so hope you enjoyed this cozy winter episode with me, my dear wildflowers. I know many of you are in the height of summer on the other side of this wild green and blue planet, and I'm grateful for the warmth and sunshine you share with me in the comments. I'm happy to know that there's always a garden in full bloom somewhere on planet Earth. If you'd like to support my channel, there are lots of ways you can do so. You can like and subscribe, or hit the cute little heart icon. You can join me over on Patreon, where you'll have access to all my free printables and bonus content, plus monthly book club chats. Or if you're in the mood for a little shopping, you can purchase my art, oracle cards and spirit paintings. And I've just launched channel memberships, where I can share exclusive members-only live streams. So I'm brainstorming things you might like to see. Perhaps let me know in the comments what kind of videos you'd be interested in. Maybe a Q&A or live spirit painting or oracle readings? Until then, a very merry solstice to you all, and I'll see you again next time, somewhere the light shines bright, the roses bloom and the angels sing.